Hello, my name is Kublai, and in this series we will learn how to install a LAMP environment in a Mac system. In this case, this is usually the case for the MAMP name. Here, we are seeing right now how you can install a MAMP stack in a Mac. Usually the first letter is for Mac, when in Linux is an L, and the stack, the original name for this stack is LAMP. Okay, if you're here, this is not for a beginner. This is not a thing to show you how to do small things step by step. I am trying to create videos for professional developers with problems that a professional developer can usually need to deal in everyday tasks. So in this case, our problem will be that we have a Mac computer, we are working with another people, maybe they are working with Linux or Windows or whatever, but we need to run a LAMP stack in a Mac. That means a MAMP. You can install this software, it's a free software, it's a free MAMP download, but as I said before, maybe this is a solution for beginners. With MAMP you can do almost all the basic stuff so easily, so if you are a beginner, maybe it's better for you to check this site at www.mamp.info. In our case, we are going to use some kind of different approach. We're going to work with Homebrew. Homebrew is a package manager for a Mac OS system. So, in my computer, I used to have this installed. For this demo, I removed Homebrew, so you will see how this works in real time. And I mean, this is not prepared. I'm just installing with you, and let's see what happens. We are going to work with this step by step, and we will fix some issues in the process, and we will see how we can get to our goal. Okay, first thing is install Homebrew. To do that, we need to run this line of code. This line of code will install some directories. Here you have the list of directories that you're going to install, and after that is this is saying that we need to press return in order to continue. I will do that, and the first thing that I need to write is my my password, my root password, and the installation begins. Homebrew, as you will see here, let's move just for a little. As you will see here, Homebrew, if you don't know, is a package manager for Mac. The idea behind it is to use some tools that are useful in Linux environments, like in this example for you are seeing wget is a tool that you have out of the box in Linux, but you don't have that in Mac. So if you want to use wget in Mac, you need to install it, and to do that you can use Homebrew. And like wget, you have a lot of software, tons of software that you can use in a Mac environment. So the installation is quite easy, as you can see here. Brew install and the name of the formula that you want to install, and basically that's it. everything will be inside user local. Okay, let's see what's happening here. It's done. Okay, we have this installed. As you can see here, we have installation. It's a Git environment has been installed. All the files are checked out. Okay, you have two things with Homebrew. One is Cellar and the other one is Cask. Let's see what is each one of these files. It's subdirectories. Okay. On one side, it's good to know that Brew will be installed everything inside user local. So here you have Cellar and Cask Room. Cellar is the place where we are going to install Apache, we are going to install MySQL, and we are going to install PHP too. The good thing here, I mean, the advantage here for Homebrew compared with solutions like MAMP is that you can decide and tune everything in your environment. More than that, in this series we will see how we can use gas mask respond to directions, to URLs on our computer, and addressing to places like, for example, mydevelopment.dev or dev.mydevelopment.com, and you will use that URL, and we'll respond to that URL, redirect with that URL to our own environment in a local host environment, like a regular system. And other thing that we will do is to create some HTTPS environments. We will use certificates to do that, and you will see how to configure everything inside HTTP. So let's check this out. The first thing is that you need to know that everything will be inside Cellar. Let's go to that directory to check what we have there. Right now we have all this software already installed here. Sorry. And as you can see, we have a bunch of software. Some of them is a software that I've been installed for demo purposes, and we will remove this one. For example, let's say that I want to do brew remove wget. I'm eliminating. I will delete this package wget, and if I run the list command again, as you can see, we don't have wget here, has been deleted. Well, the same thing with all of the software that you can use at this moment. I already installed before this video. I already installed the HTTPD. I will uninstall this one for you to see how this can be installed. Brew remove Apache 2. We are going to remove this. Let's see what we have here. Well, we don't have Apache anymore. Okay, that's the beginning. Next thing, how you can be sure that you are running the Apache that you want in your Mac environment. I don't know if you know this, but when you buy a Mac, you have already Apache as an option behind the scenes, and you can run that Apache installation if you want to. The thing is that you need to find where resides that Apache installation. In order to do that, you can run this command: sudo find from the root, check by name, Apache CTL. Apache CTL, maybe you know, maybe you don't, but anyway, it's a wrapper in order to communicate with the daemon, actually the actual program that runs the server, that is HTTPD. So we will check the routes for Apache, and as you can see here, I will cancel this search because we already found it. As you can see here, this Apache CTL is the default Apache CTL installation that you have with your Mac environment, and you cannot delete this file by default. You can do it if you make some tweaks in the system operative system. By the way, this is like that. It's just for security. Nobody can tamper of part of your software in Mac, and for security reasons, it looks good to me. Because we can, if you want to install another version, you can do it with tools like Homebrew in this case. But anyway, at this moment, we're not installing yet the Apache version of Homebrew, but we have the other Apache, the Apache installation that we already have out of the box with Mac. Let's see how does it looks. First, default installation should respond in localhost, but as you can see here, this one is working. We have Apache working. In my case, because I ran it before, Apache is working. Anyway, let's see what we have to do in order to stop this installation. There's a way, a command to stop this this Apache, but at the same time we want to get some feedback about the log. That means we want to print the log on the screen to see what's happening behind the scenes. With this command, sudo bash -x user bin. As I said before, this is the default installation. -k stop. We were going to stop the Apache installation, but we will get a lot of information, log information here while the process is running. As you can see, we have a lot of data. Usually, if you have some error, some problem or whatever, this list will show you what is really happening. This information is really valuable when you're debugging your installation. In this case, we are stopping the Apache server, and if we go again to our system, we will see that it's not working anymore. So that's it, it's not working anymore, it has been stopped. So that was the out-of-the-box Apache installation. How can we be sure that we are running our brew installations? In order to do that, you need to know that in your path, the first directory should be user local sbin and the second user local bin. All of our system will be installed inside user local. So if you run Apache CTL by default, this will be running the out-of-the-box version of Mac. That's not what we want. So that's why we are using brew in order to install our system. Let's install now Apache brew install Apache 2. With this command, we will install our brew Apache version, in this case Apache 2.4, and as you can see, we are downloading right now the HTTPD 2.4 for the system Mojave, and this is the usual extension in brew, bottle tar gzip. So I already downloaded this before because it takes a while, and it's in my cache system, so that's why we are looking here that in my cache in Homebrew we already have the last version. I did it in advance, I don't know, maybe 2 days ago or so, preparing this video, so we have this. And now the system is installed. In your case, you will not have this cache version on your computer. This will take a little bit more time. You will see a lot of lines downloading, but at the end you will get the same message. The thing here is, and this is important for you to know, is that your Apache will be responding in this directory, user local var www. That will be your root for your Apache. Now, the default ports have been set to in this configuration file. As I said before, everything is below user local. In this case, we will find that we have a user local etc. file, and below that we will have HTTPD. And by default, the configuration for this installation is to use the port 8080 for the HTTP. Usually this is 80 in a normal Apache installation, but with Homebrew you have this configured to 8080. The same thing for the SSL installation. You have this file, this configuration file, and if you want to, you can sorry, you can write these directories, because we will need this to touch these files after. I'm just saving this information in another file just for notes. Okay, let's do this first. We already know that we have our Apache installation. Let's check it out inside our user local cellular system. Let's see what we have here. And as you can see, we have HTTPD. Let's see what we have inside HTTPD. Now, just to know what we have, it's the version of the system 2.4, and inside that you have the usual stuff. 2 files, hidden files, .bottle, .brew. These are configuration files for the Homebrew system, and everything else is the usual stuff of Apache. except this one. This one is the formula. Let's get that one. This is the formula and the file that will be used for Brew in order to install the system in your computer. So we have HTTPD installed, but it's not working. Well, at least not working yet, because even it's installed, but it's not running. So let's run our software. How we can run our software here? Well, we have two options. First option is to run the software using the command line and just for this session. If you want to run this after your computer has been turned off, or when you have a new session, your computer is running fresh, then you need to run again the same command and you have your Apache installed. If you want to do that, this command is really useful. Check this out. We are using user local bin apache ctl. That means the version of Homebrew to start our Apache server, but with log information. In my case, I'm almost for sure I'm going to get an error message because I used to have PHP 7, but for this demo I erased everything, so maybe PHP is not yet installed and this will say that something is wrong. Okay, as we expect here, the log is saying at this point that we don't have PHP version 7.2 installed, and that's why this installation cannot run. And that's true, it's not running. As I said, it's not running. So we have two options here. First, well, I told you already that this is our first option to run Apache. The other option, let's check this other option first, and after that we will deal with this error. And this second option is for to use a daemon a system of Brew. It's a utility of Brew that consists in services, Brew services. It's a service inside Brew. If I say Brew services list, I will get the list of all the tools that we are running. And at this point, we have nothing. We have HTTPD stopped because we have the software installed, but it's not running. So we can start services, but as you will see now, I will try to start the service. Brew services start HTTPD. Something peculiar here. The service is saying successfully started, but as you will see now, it's not really started. What's happening? Check this out. If I run the command brew services list, sorry, you will see this thing. It says started in yellow. That means the real meaning for this start in yellow in Homebrew is unknown. The system has started the program, the daemon in this case, the HTTP daemon, but we don't know really if it's working. So we will print this. Homebrew will print this started in yellow, and as you saw already, it's not really working. To get the reason, to find the reason for this is usually really complicated, unless, and I told you this before, unless you run this kind of command. First of all, we will stop the service here in order to order things. Brew services. We need to reorder here. Services stop HTTPD. So in this case, the system is trying to kill the system and the HTTP daemon. But anyway, if you check the list here right now, you will see that the HTTP is stopped, so it's not running. Now run this command again, just to see it. Run this command again and press return. Now you see why it's not running. Here is the problem, and we need to fix this beforehand. So what we can do, we need In this case, in my specific case, maybe you have another kind of error, you need to deal with your error in your specific situation, but in my case, at this moment, this is the error that I have. I need to deal with this. I need to work with this error. We will fix this. Check this out. We can fix this editing this file in line 183. Okay, 183. Let's go to that line, and we have this module loading line. So just to run this server, let's insert the command here. We are disabling for now PHP. We will save the file, and we will try to run the service again. Brew service start, services start, HTTPD. Let's see what happens now. Now brew services list. And now you see that this started text is in green, not yellow anymore. If you have this in green, that means that it's really working. So let's find out. Yep, here it is. It's responding. I have something inside the root directory. That's why we have this list of things. Some stuff that I've been working with. But anyway, the good news are that we have the system working. Let's go with the next thing that we need to do in the next video. For now, you know already how to install Brew and how to install Apache. Thank you.